Inside all of us is a quiet hum, a whisper of who we could become. For Amina, that whisper was a roar, the sound of a sewing machine, the promise of a future she would create. Raised among chalk dust and her mother's needle, Amina learned to stitch before she could write her name. Her dream was to build a brand that celebrated the quiet strength of women like her. So Amina kept her dream secret, nurturing it in the quiet hours after midnight. Yet, she learned to navigate doubt, holding tight to her inner belief. The human spirit is powerful, but vulnerable to doubt. With hope and her best sketches, Amina entered the city's most prestigious boutique. She imagined recognition, but the owner's sharp gaze and dismissive words cut deep. Pretty, but not for here. Maybe stick to your small-town touch. Rejection stung, but pity nearly broke her. Amina left feeling smaller than ever, her dreams suddenly foolish. Doubt flooded in. Maybe her dreams were too big, maybe she was just a tailor. The journey home was heavy with silence. Her family's concern felt like confirmation of failure. "We just want you to be realistic," her mother said, gently taking her portfolio. "There's no shame in being a good tailor." Amina felt utterly alone, her dream nearly silenced by the echo of their doubt. The people meant to anchor her now pulled her back. The world's skepticism became her greatest obstacle. But somewhere inside, the whisper of her dream still lingered. She faced a choice: let doubt define her or find a way forward. The next step would demand resilience. Every story of transformation has a turning point. Alone in her room, Amina let the pain of rejection wash over her, then let it fuel her. "Small-town touch?" she whispered. "Then I'll build my world from here." She poured her energy into her craft, working at the tailor shop by day, saving every penny. At night, her lamp burned late as she stitched her dreams into fabric scraps others discarded. Each dress became a testament to her resilience. She wore her own designs to the market, gifted a blouse to the baker's wife. Slowly, people noticed. "Where did you get that dress, Amina?" Her small room overflowed with creations, unique embroidery, elegant details, skirts that danced. She had no boutique, no models, no budget, just her work. The first trickle of interest grew. Neighbors, friends, then strangers. Every compliment was a spark, each order a step forward. The work was grueling, her hands calloused, but her spirit unbroken. She turned every doubt into a stitch, every skeptical glance into a seam. Her designs began to speak for themselves. The town's quiet curiosity became a chorus. Amina's resilience was woven into every piece. Her dream, once a whisper, was finding its voice. The world was starting to listen. Sometimes, the darkest moments reveal hidden doors. Sometimes, a setback is fate clearing a path. With her machine broken, Amina remembered her grandmother's ornate box. Inside, antique sewing tools, a heavy iron key, and a letter. Her grandmother's words: "When one machine fails, find the one waiting for you. The key opens the old shed." In the moonlit garden, Amina unlocked the shed to find a vintage industrial sewing machine. It was a gift from the past, a connection to her grandmother's unfulfilled dreams. Cleaning it felt sacred. The machine hummed to life, ready for work. With renewed energy, Amina finished her orders, each customer a walking advertisement. She set up a small showroom in her living room. One day, a young woman from the city visited, drawn by the town's talk of a miracle dressmaker. She bought a sundress, paying more than Amina had ever charged. Amina didn't know her, only that she had a kind smile and an eye for quality. This chance encounter would change everything. The thread of fate was pulling Amina towards something bigger. Her dream was about to step into the light. Life's biggest breakthroughs often come from a single unplanned moment. The city visitor was Luna Reyes, a top fashion blogger. A week later, Luna posted a photo in Amina's sundress to millions of followers. "Sometimes the most beautiful things are found where you least expect them," she wrote. The post went viral. Amina's phone buzzed non-stop. Orders, interviews, offers from boutiques, even the one that once rejected her. It was a whirlwind from obscurity to the spotlight overnight. Amid the chaos, the most meaningful moment came at home. Her father, once silent with worry, showed her Luna's post, eyes shining with pride. He hugged her, wordless but full of love. In that embrace, the last wall of doubt crumbled. The world's approval was sweet, but her family's pride was everything. Amina's hands, once told they were only for mending, were now celebrated as hands of a creator. Her dream was no longer a whisper. It was a song the world could hear. She had become the designer she always knew she could be, and her journey was just beginning. Success is not a destination, but a journey of becoming. Luna's post was not the end, but a new beginning. With support and orders flooding in, Amina invested in her town. She bought the old storefront, transforming it into her boutique. She hired local women, teaching them her craft and creating new opportunities. The grand opening was a celebration for the whole town. Her grandmother's vintage sewing machine stood as the centerpiece, a symbol of her journey. Even the woman who once rejected her attended, a quiet reminder of how far Amina had come. Her brand became known for its story, resilience, authenticity, and the power of a quiet dream. Amina empowered women through her clothes and her work. Her small-town touch became her signature. She built her world on her own terms, right where she was planted. The most important validation she learned is your own. Your journey begins the moment you say yes to yourself. Transformation isn't waiting for a door to open. It's having the courage to build your own. What's something people don't know about stories? They never truly end. There's always a new adventure waiting for you. Just pick your next tale and I'll meet you there. Subscribe to the Story Circle and let me know which story I should tell next in the comments.